I would like Thoreau to roll a notice for me, trying to create advantage
Fantastic.
on them.
Okay. I'm trying to go into my room so you can still have that play out, but
Oh Jesus!
oh my
I'm
Oh my
gonna get you.
gosh.
I think you are.
Hmm.
Oh, that
Oh,
that could have been
he's
scary.
still though, still very good.
Damn.
All right, and I will enter into my room, and you can do whatever you want. The door is open.
Door doesn't matter because the vent opens up
Oh
as you
shit!
close it. And I'm going to use my. Yeah, I'll put the number out there. You weigh in your head whether you want this to be any sort of encounter, because I'm going to use my stunt. Sneak attack! To use stealth to make a physical attack as long as you're unaware of my presence.
Why do you keep attacking
For
me?
sure. Okay, so that's gonna work. I just want to set the flavor. You are gonna drop into a completely pitch black room. There
That's
is
cool, because I have night
no
vision.
light. That's perfect. Okay.
We get a
Um,
yellow hued layout of him seeing them enter the room, and then the vent silently swings open, and I sneak attack.
okay. Yeah. Should I do athletics still to
Yeah,
dodge at the
if you
door fight?
like.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
think you'll be all right.
I won't be, but I want this to play out. Yep. All right.
Oofta.
Oh,
I'm taking. I have. Guess what? One stress box, two stress box. That's it.
I
So
figured.
I'm gonna take that mild.
oh my god.
Yeah, a pair of boots swings out. I don't know what your night vision's like, but they're going to slam you into your door.
Okay. Yeah, it is easy enough for you. You just bring your boots down, and they are pressed flat against the steel of this wall. And there are arms just kind of like try to find purchase on your boot, but there is no way they're getting you off.
I suppose it's your turn, technically, in this quick exchange we're having.
Okay.
Yeah, I figure it's between you guys. You don't need to
Yeah,
turn
easy
over.
enough. Okay. I'm gonna try to hide in my pitch black room.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Could I? I was retroactively gonna try to roll to create advantage in this room for like the lights being out. Could we do that and see if I did a good job? Or no?
Um.
I'm fine. We'll
You've
just do
named
that
it.
later.
It's an existing situational
You.
aspect if you want
Yeah.
a
It
fate
is.
Okay.
point.
I'll use my
It is
fate point
something you
later.
do already. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll just stealth then. Not great. Let's see what
Ooh.
happens.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah. So I imagine we're actually. Okay. Do you have any ideas for that? Maybe you scramble his sensors for a moment,
Yeah,
perhaps.
I think just kind of bringing their forearm down, they push the foot back down, so you have to bring it to the earth, and then they just slip underneath you. And this room isn't large, but it is big enough for them to kind of like find a crevice within here and just kind of like hear your breathing.
Um, yeah, he is pacing around the room, arms out. He's drawn his knife. It's exactly like the picture. And from whatever night vision you have, you see him scanning his night vision, looking for you, sweeping his head side to side.
Right.
He's going to reach up and close the vent with his knife, and he's going to say, "What did they tell you?"
They don't tell me anything anymore.
"I'm not going to let you kill me."
Don't make me
Ah.
kill you. Quit this now. They barely tolerate you as it is. Push this and they will have no choice.
In my turn, I'm going to use a better stat to try to oust them, and I'm going to investigate for them. Oh!
Whoa!
Yeah.
Amazing. Great play, man. All
Yeah.
right.
It's a good time to use that.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
whoa! Oh!
Oh fuck.
I'm gonna use a fate point to
All right.
get one up on you. So you do not have any
What are you
He
gonna What are you gonna use for that? You could
Uh,
just use the
dark
use-
room.
Okay.
Yep,
Hmm.
dark room.
You can use that then. That's fine.
he thinks he
Okay.
sees a bit of something, and then flips the bed up. And once it's clearly on display, he sees there's nothing
Yeah.
under there.
Yeah, Declan, you think that you see him under there, and you flip it up, and it turns out it's just like it's a spare pilot's helmet under the bed.
They had already set up a distraction for if someone were to come in. Like, that's
No,
straight up out of it.
No, I mean, like, this was probably just some dude's fucking place where he puts his shit. He puts his helmet under there.
I love it. Okay, on their turn, they're going to try and burgle to create advantage and steal some of your weaponry. Or actually, it's Burgley. I could do something with tying you up. You have those kind of like long strands running from your chest plate.
Yeah.
They're gonna bring their finger around one of them and just kind of like pull it across near your foot. So if you were to step forward, you'd trip over it.
Okay.
All right,
Ooh,
that's
early
one
on.
advantage created.
He's going to
Big
say,
one.
yeah, yeah.
I didn't mean to do it, okay? Just, you don't have to bully me. I don't have to die. The business is already done. It was an accident.
Okay. Damn. Oh my
Damn.
god, this is kind to me. Don't.
Don't do it.
Don't. Okay.
All right, you got me.
I will spin around as you're about to. I guess you still have the burglar advantage that exists, but
Yeah.
as your hand is extended for it, I catch it and I spin around in place. The trap's still set, but Chapel's spinning in place with the knife out to finally see you.
Okay. And on my turn, I'm going to take the defensive action, not taking any evasive actions. As I kind of bring my foot backwards, lower my shoulders, and just kind of keep one of my hands forward in a defensive gesture.
All right, I'll just do a plain fight, as things are.
I'll say at this point, some of the commotion's starting to get heard, and people are starting to notice there's something going on in the barracks.
Great.
Okay, that's fair. We gotta escape this eventually.
So I am going to... This is going to be a little fucked up, Declan, and this is just how my skill works. There is a balance to this. It's going to be a little fucked up, though.
And what
Oh my god.
Wow!
We can't
I-
have a
I-
10 this early.
No, I busted 2 of my advantages, and then my armor works where I start with a +3, and every time I use athletics or to dodge a shoot or a fight, it gets lowered by 1.
Yeah, he basically
So-
activates his armor. It's like a engine almost.
Yeah, basically your dagger is going to land, but what I think it's going to be is throw guides the blade such that it is just lands in one of the chinks of the armor, and then they just kind of flex their right arm, and it gets caught in there, and it just, no matter how much pulling you give at it, it just seems to lock into place as I'm going to take that advantage and just turn it into locked in.
Okay.
And they will just kind of even their eyes. You are like eye to eye right now, I imagine. As,
Goggles to
they will-
goggles.
Yeah, goggles to goggles, and they will just say, "We are surrounded by them. If we are not to be friends, well, actually, we are surrounded by them. If there is anyone you can trust, it's me. I have not known New Earth. I have no love for it. But Scion, I remember."
Gonna be a bit of a flip of the coin. Maybe not. I was debating Chapel knowing what Scion was.
God.
That's
Because
it.
if you
did
ask him
it.
where he's from, he might just say like his hometown.
I
Because
mean,
that's what
you
a kid would
could.
have to answer.
You could if he's not dumb. It's up to you. How
He's
dumb you
quite
wanna
he's
make
quite
him.
dumb. It's a thing I had in my head earlier. I'll just flat 0. Come on. I guess it's a 0 challenge. I'll recognize that we went there to the Red Planet more often than others back in guild days. Also, you can roll me a deceive because I'm gonna roll empathy, which shouldn't be hard. See if he believes
Oh my
you.
God.
Jesus Christ. It's a
Damn.
2 skill. Okay.
Wow. Not bad.
Yeah.
And I guess I believe it wholeheartedly, but instead of instantly changing his mind fully, he'll just regard you for a second and then disengage from the encounter and gonna try to just make this their problem as I stealth out of the room, back up into my vent.
Yeah, at this point, you're going to hear knocks on the door, and you're going to hear, "What's going on in there?"
They will look at the door and then look up, and I'm gonna do notice. I want him to just be gone. Let's see. Yep, perfect.
Oh man.
As the grate is shut, and I can only assume that's where they went.
Yeah, one of the security officers is going to open it forcibly with one of the keypads they use for that stuff, and he's just going to come in and just look. Are you still there, or are you going to?
It's pitch black, and what I'm going to do is like they open the door and they see it's pitch black. I'm just gonna like slide the dagger with my foot and just kick it from the darkness of the room towards them.
Ugh.
They just fire until the magazine is empty.
The dude is he doesn't have his gun out, but he's going to see the dagger, and then he's going to pull his gun out. Whoever's in there, come out!
Throw, they say, coming up with their arms, just kind of like appearing out of the shadows. The harsh lines of the shadows just kind of like rolling over their costume as they come up with their arms up.
Oh, it's one of them. Oh, were we? Never mind. I don't want to know. Don't do it again. Whatever that was, freaking people out. They're trying to sleep.
It's a thing you only do once.
He's going to reach down for your knife. He's going to stop himself. He's going to go and put that away. He doesn't want to touch it. He's like afraid it's going to do something to him.
Perfect. They will reach down, unaccustomed to the weight since they have 0 fight stat, but they will take it in their palm and put it in their side, looking down towards St. Beef's room.
Yeah, guards with the spurs.
Looking down on this exchange from the vent above is Chapel, who sees it break up and then solemnly makes his way to the next thing, which will undercut the drama by when the camera zooms out. He is really beefy and he's in small vents, so his shoulders are absolutely wedged into it, and he moves through vents like a snake by wiggling his shoulders to slide through the vents like a big pillow.
Actually, you know what, Declan? You could use some of that tech we talked about to like, he could like Santa Claus his way through it. Where he's using small bursts of it, and it's like, what the how is he actually getting through that shit?
Yeah. Yeah, the
if it's
servos,
like actually impossible, he somehow does that.
The servos on his experimental Rudra physio flight suit contract and expand appropriately to help him slither through the vents. And then I drop back into my room self-consciously.
All right. Well, if anyone has anything else, I was probably just going to call it here. We're going to start back up when you guys actually reach the destination.
Fantastic.
We better invent something then.
Sure.
Kill 15 minutes.
Yeah, we can kill 15 minutes.
Anyone needs to, of course. But if not,
anyone got any immediate thoughts? Any type of character stuff they haven't played out yet?
Yeah.
We haven't had a... Yeah, actually, Thoreau. Manny hasn't talked to you yet.
Oh, okay.
We haven't done that.
Are you going to fucking try and stab me?
He comes into the vent.
Roll notice.
No, not again, please.
You don't hear him yet. You just feel his breath on your neck.
I choose not to turn around. It's better this way.
How to fight, boy.
Oh.
Series of people stealthing up to each other.
Do you ever leave your room, or do you just hang out in there?
No, they will leave their room.
Where do you go?
This cafeteria looks good.
Yeah, there we go. It's a little less predatory if you happen to walk into Manny, who I'm going to be honest, is going to spend most of his time eating. Dude eats like a horse. He's just, it's one of those people where it's unfair, like, you know, constantly eating shit, but then he's just caught
Throw is looking down at the garbage can full of pizza bites. And then just kind of like pushes it forward with their foot and then rounds the corner. And before you get a word out, they just have the hilt of a blade offered to you.
He'll take it, and he'll kind of just start observing it. What do I notice about this blade here?
They will say it plainly and say, it belongs to Chapel St. Beef.
Oh, Lord above, why do you have a blade that belongs to Chapel St. Beef?
It was stuck into my pauldron.
Of course it was. I'm so sorry. He's very confused.
Unreliable.
Yeah.
A liability.
So far, yeah.
Then they will just kind of break that and say, invisible.
Very much so.
That explains how they were able to evade us for so long.
Evade how? Just going to Commander Shepard this conversation. Tell me more about that.
The full weight
Will,
of the map. Yeah, they will just say.
Will sprinklers start going off if I smoke in here? Is that you can't exactly go outside to smoke?
You cannot smoke inside of a pressurized cabin. You
Damn it!
The entire fucking place.
Manny's eating a cigarette.
Remember how you lost the first arm?
Yeah.
Lighting up inside the amp.
He pulls out a Bic lighter and starts rolling his thumb on the wheel, and then notices his arm and goes, "Ah!" No, not this time.
Oxygen, smoxygen. What's that gonna do?
Yeah, he's just eating a cigarette.
They will kind of follow that up and say, the full weight of the Malleat.
I'll say, you keep tabs on all your marks? You know what Chapel did?
He was not my mark. I do not know what he did, only that they were looking for him.
And that's enough for you? To feel like you need to enact on it?
It used to be. I'm not a Malleat anymore.
Says who?
The Guild. They're the ones who decide.
We'll sort of look down and then search for your eyes on your mask and say, so what did you do to deserve that?
They will consider whether or not to tell you anything. And then they will just resolve to say, I looked where I shouldn't have.
I'm gonna attempt to do a rapport here. You don't have to give me everything right away, even if it's good.
I'm gonna set my will to. Okay, so that's fine. I think that beats my will, so that's how I'm judging it. Just my passive will.
Manny is gonna say, listen, I'm not a squeaky clean man myself. Everybody's got a past. We're working together here, though, so tell me what you're comfortable with, but
I had requested access to the area of space that formerly was known as the Guiding Light. The request
do we just know about that by default, or is there something I would need to roll to know more about that?
You know about that. Everybody in the entire fucking known universe knows about Guiding Light blowing up.
Okay. He'll kind of whistle. And I'll say, why do you want on the Guiding Light?
Malleat is ruled by two masters. The Guild and their personal intuition. I had meant to serve them both. Now I can only serve myself.
So what was so offensive about wanting that? I mean, you fell from grace. took your role from you. You're an outsider now. All
No.
because you were curious.
No. They acted in the interest of the guild.
See, that's what I don't understand. How does it benefit them or hurt them that you wanted this?
It's not my place to know.
I guess not.
You're a
So-
soldier. You should understand.
I used to be a soldier. Now I'm just me.
I want to roll to see if that is true. So I can use a stunt to basically roll an empathy advantage, but only when it has to deal with uncovering aspects.
Sure.
So I want to see if that is true.
Do I deceive against it?
Yeah, it's still the same way this works. You still roll deceive. Oh my god.
Great.
So an aspect having to do with your soldier past or anything with that. No, you just found a new name for it. Bounty hunter.
I'll say it's a little different. Soldiers given orders for a cause. Me, I'm just given marks for cash.
Someone still holds the leash.
I like to think of it in a little bit of a different perspective. It's not that they're holding a leash, they just help me fill the bowl. I can say no when I want to. That's the difference. Look, I got nothing but respect for soldiers, though. You got the cause, and that's good enough, right? You believe in something, and it gives you motivation. I'm not shitting on that. Just once you're broken like I was, you're not good use as a soldier anymore.
I guess you're not.
So now that you're not a Maliot, you still want on the guiding light?
Yes. More than anything.
I hope you find what you're looking for, Thoreau. And don't worry. Anything said in the kitchen stays in the kitchen, all right?
They will just kind of nod and yeah, they will just leave themselves of the room, kind of taking a minute to look at you before quitting themselves of it.
Okay. And he's going to kind of twirl the knife, demonstrating a ridiculous... One of the things that the guy this is gently based on, he could just do the fucking gnarliest tricks with knives. He's going to spin it around between his fingers and then just jam it into the countertop and look at it. Just kind of shake his head at whatever the fuck Chapel stabbed this guy for. And then he dies.
Great.
Yeah.
I will say it'll take about a day and a half for you guys to actually get there. Or, well, about 12 hours, I guess, actually. I think about it. You guys will be traveling. It'll just be, pretty easy going. You'll pass some checkpoints and whatnot, but, your ship is completely cleared to do all that stuff. And then, finally, you guys do arrive at the docks for Malta colony, except it has this massive array that is extended from the colony that is like, it's almost like they built this as a buffer to prevent you from, to prevent people from directly docking on it, because from what you can tell, there's extensive battle damage all around the colonies, just edges, and there's literal spots where you can see air leaking out of it. But I mean, it's massive, so it's got a long time before the oxygen's probably completely gone from it. And you can see it's been almost quarantined off by New Earth forces on this end, and the other side is just looking pretty desolate, even on the outside before you guys actually enter it. that'll be our closing shot.
My running over the credits shot as, it hits Dick Wolf and then the credits start actually rolling is the showers steaming up and then the shower door opening and Chapel emerging in full gear with a towel around his waist and waving to another crew member and then just walking very wetly, dripping all the way down the hall.
I was so worried that was gonna be an Allison scene. I'm like, please don't make him
Fuck no.
irredeemable. Please don't make him irredeemable.
It's gonna be like two personnel standing there who he gives a nod to, and then wetly tromps down the hall with the towel doing virtually nothing to abate it. Ooh.
Yeah, it's the end of session 1.
All right.